Yeah, I did. I heard that.
Okay, I'm not tripping.
All right.
Quit looking at bitches, nigga. Put the shit on silent.
I'm always looking at bitches, guys. Shit. One thing I'm gonna do is look at some bitches.
This nigga said, "Let me put my phone on silent." He looking at bras on Instagram.
I had to get that last look.
Yeah,
I had to get that last look.
And swiping right.
Inspiration before we go crazy.
It's on you, dog. You ready?
All right. Welcome to the Owner's Box. We at episode 49. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. B. Price in the building.
Yeah.
Will Walker's in the building.
Yes, sir. Here I go.
And then we got a couple of guests sitting in with us today.
Mm-hmm.
First guest, introduce yourself.
Ladies first.
Hello, I am Monique. I am back again to
Welcome
give y'all
back.
some of my thoughts.
Oh, we got Mo back up in here. I'm here this time.
The Mo better. The Mo better.
And then you got your boy Dukes out here representing the real Harlem.
In the flesh.
My man.
That's
In
a
the flesh.
fact.
Last time you was where
Episode
Seuss was at.
45.
You
Now
was
I'm
where
here.
yeah, you was where Seuss was at in
Live.
the Matrix, but now you alive.
I'm live.
And Seuss is in the Matrix plugged in.
Johnny 5 is alive.
What's going on, y'all?
No, we chilling.
Shit,
we
what's up with you,
chilling.
man? Where you at? You virtual right now. Where you at?
Nigga, I've been on this freaking road for 2 damn weeks. Well, today I'm in Chicago.
That's what's up. That's
famous
what's
shit.
up.
Nice.
Famous
Chi
shit.
Town, stand up.
I thought you was just in Detroit, right?
That was yesterday. I was in
Damn.
Detroit for 2 days.
Damn.
Niggas out there
I ain't
shooting.
Nah, but the nigga, I ain't see no flooding either. But I heard where they had it at, where I was, it wasn't flooded.
Mm.
That shit was in the Bronx. It was in the BX.
So-
Yeah,
Oh no,
149.
I heard it was flooded out there too.
That shit was
but,
ridiculous.
Crazy.
It was
Major
flooded
Deacon
in
was
Detroit.
fucked up too.
Yeah, they was flooded in Detroit. Niggas was riding jet skis on the highway, and I wanted to see it, but they ain't do it. And in Chicago, I'm standing in the freaking this nigga, whoever was in this rental car joint. He don't need no more rental cars. He said he reason why he got a rental because his car got shot up. So he went and got a rental while his car was in the shop. Somebody turned around and shot that up.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit,
nigga,
though.
I was like, I'm starting to think it's you, old guy. So
Look, don't
he-
ride
like,
with
they-
him.
yeah, they said he said they just told him to come in and switch it out. I was like, nigga, I wouldn't give you no more cars.
He must have had full coverage on that rental for sure.
Or you can get you can just cover the damage waiver. That means that whatever happens to the cars, don't ask, don't tell. Just give it to them and go about your business.
Goddamn right. Could bring it back in
Yeah.
a brown paper bag.
But what I noticed on this road is people are trying to use COVID as an excuse for bad service.
Mm.
And that shit is annoying as shit, yo.
Talk about that.
And
a
they
little.
think, and you think you're supposed to take it. Like, oh, it's COVID. What that got to do with you? The machine not working, my nigga. Or I'm trying to check in. I'm like, yo, I'm checking in with my credit card, but I want to pay cash when I leave. Oh, we don't take cash.
Oh wow.
Why? COVID. Nigga, I just
They don't
spoke
want
to
to
you.
touch them bills.
Niggas don't
Nigga,
take
I
cash.
just-
They ain't got no coins. All that shit.
They don't want to touch no dirty money.
Yeah. And there's no excuse to be rude either. You know what I mean? Because of COVID, you got 3 people working. They want to give me my rental. I go a premium. I walk out. I see a Ford Fusion. I'm like, that's not a premium. Oh. Yo,
In what
where's
world,
that?
right?
What world is that? I said, let me look it up while I'm online. I went to look the shit up, and I'm like, yeah, that's a full size Fusion. Ford Fusion is first on the fucking full size.
That's a fact.
I don't even know what the Ford Fusion is.
I was exactly. I walked over to that car. I didn't even go near it, nigga. I was like, I'm not getting in
It's
that.
one of them cars that you rev up, you pull it back,
That
and then
shit
you
is
let it go.
that shit is clearly a 2021 Ford Taurus.
That shit didn't even used to be full size.
No.
That
Never
shit
was.
wasn't
That was the
full-size.
mid-size.
No,
That was the mid-size
Yep, that
before,
used to be
because the
mid-size.
Taurus was the full size.
Exactly. Yep.
But they haven't made it for a tourist. Well,
I
no,
think
they got the
no,
new cop cars.
they did
did.
stop making the
Yeah.
they stopped making the tours.
No, they
cop cars.
When?
They stopped
Because
like
I saw a newer-
2018,
Okay,
I think.
yeah,
I mean, they probably
yeah.
still out. I mean, on the road,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they stopped making them. But
They
yeah,
good
Fusion
cars.
wasn't even supposed to be full
They
size.
good cars.
They are good cars.
Fuck that shit.
I don't fucking for it.
Found on the road dead.
These niggas is just weird, and I noticed that white people are real trustworthy with their kids running free. Like they just around, or they by themselves.
I don't.
yo.
I
Like,
don't. I don't believe that because white people are the champions for having their kids on leashes.
Facts. They
Nah.
started that.
They did.
I'm in.
They
I'm
stopped.
in.
That's for their control. They want to control it.
Yeah, that's when them. But otherwise, these kids clearly is like 7 and 8 running around this hotel dolo. I came from the restaurant to go to my room. These two little girls press the elevator. I let them go. I'm not getting in the elevator with
No,
you two.
you don't. You don't. You don't get on.
Unaccompanied minors.
You do not get on the elevator with random white people.
That'll get you in page 4
Random
of the
white
paper.
children.
Let me tell you, he's right though. It's a lot of little white kids running around with no supervision.
That's a fact.
Not, when he said like if they're in the hotel running around, them niggas is treating that shit like it's a
The
cruise
house.
ship,
Yeah.
Right.
like they're on a cruise ship or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's
No.
different.
Nothing else to do. Run around.
No, we not doing this. I was
But
like,
like I
yo,
said,
y'all can go ahead.
The leashes is for their control. Like when you in a hotel or a cruise ship, like you mentioned, when the kids run free, when the white kids run free.
Let's make sure we
Emphasize
make
that.
that distinction.
You know, it's other people are at their service. That's why they let them run free because they just like, oh, well, that's other people's
Yeah,
problem.
they got them.
OPD.
They acting like these niggas don't get snatched up around here, man. Nigga, like, yo, this is not a this. There's no security around here.
Not a lick.
These kids is unsupervised. Nah.
And COVID ain't stopped kidnappers.
Exactly. COVID ain't stopped that.
What if the kidnappers is giving the children like COVID tests before they snatch them up?
Nah.
Taking their
Whatever
temperature and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean,
Right.
they hit him with the gun real quick before they snatch him up. They're like, wait,
Let me hit your wrist real
yeah,
quick.
like wait.
that.
Okay, you good, and then snatch him up.
Nah, nigga, I'm cool. Well, I'm not gonna be accused of that because I ain't getting that elevator. I'm like, yeah, I got that.
Sis said, I'm waiting on
what
somebody.
What show was that? When the little white girl came down the elevator, and he saw the little white girl. It was a baby in the elevator, and he looked. Oh, that was Blackish, and he saw the white
word?
girl in the elevator, and then he let the elevator door close, and he just walked away. And it was like, oh my God, you didn't help her. He was like, no,
That ain't none of my business.
none of mine at all.
None of mine. I'm not doing it. Mind of my business. And
So
what's going?
what is Roll looking like though?
Actually, these niggas is outside. They you can wear a mask if you want. If you don't, I'm feel out of place walking around with a mask on
That's a
Right.
fact.
because nobody else is wearing a mask.
So and we'll segue that into everybody's week. I just came back from Hilton Head with the family.
Yes, yes.
I went to the Nike outlet that I always go to in Hilton Head, and
Okay.
I always find some good shit. This year, it didn't happen. It was so horrible. It was sad, and but to get into
There was no pickings.
there was nothing. But to get into the
COVID.
Nike outlet, there was a line. There was a line. So we were waiting in the line. Then this white guy walks up with his kid. And he was like, oh, what's going on? Is this the line to get in? So yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting to go in. What are they doing? Are they doing that COVID stuff still? And
COVID stuff.
at this point, I'm with my sister. And y'all know my sister. She's gung ho on this mask shit.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Dr. Price.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she made sure I had my mask. We all had our masks, and we were outside, so we didn't strap up fully yet.
They were on your chins.
Yeah. But when Buddy came, he was like, "You're still doing this COVID stuff?" I looked at her. The disgust in her face. And she was like ready to like go in. It was like, yo, cool out. And I was like, I answered him. I was like, I guess so. I don't know. Let's shut the conversation between us down.
Right.
There's nothing else for us to talk about.
Before you get in trouble.
You know what I mean? This COVID stuff.
Right.
So, but out there, no, nobody, nigga. You go in a store, no mask. You go into, when we went into the Nike store, the dude at the front door, he had a mask on, but he was pulling, up and down. Inside, no mask.
Right.
Everywhere, no mask. We went to this other joint. We was out on the beach, and we was outside, and my cousin, she was kind of almost in panic mode because she didn't have her mask.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, my nigga, we outside.
Right. You just breathe.
You good. We outside.
Just breathe.
But she's been in this so long with the mask and everything. She was almost in panic mode. I know this week for me was very, very much a relaxation because I go to work and I'm wearing a mask all day, every day.
All the time.
That's a fact.
Right.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Maybe 2 masks. Because this week, I'm in the house with the fam 75% of the time. So I didn't have a mask on. But when I went out, I'd have one on. So to me, it was relaxation. But everybody else out in these streets that I saw in Hilton Head, South Carolina, them niggas is not about that future shit, nigga.
That's a mask-free
Mask
zone.
off.
Yeah, that's a mask-free zone.
Them niggas is mask
In
off.
Hilton Head.
Everywhere I went.
That was dope. I like how you
nobody
did
give
that.
a damn about that shit.
Them niggas, mask off. So Will Walker,
Yes, sir.
how was your week?
It was cool, man. It was all right. This past weekend, 4th of July weekend, had the family come in town.
Nice.
Moms came to town. Sister came to town. Everything was cool. It was good to see him. I like to put my eyes on the family. I don't like to spend too much time with them because they get on my nerves.
Did you tell your sister I said hello?
No, I did not.
Oh, shit.
I did not know you said hello. But I'll do that. I'll make sure I tell her you said hello.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Leave it alone.
No
Leave
free
it alone.
plugs. No free plugs.
But it was cool though. It was cool having them around. Put my eyes on them. I've been worried about moms a little bit lately. But she moving. As long as I keep her moving around, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
she was good.
yeah, she was good. She was good.
Indeed.
Everything's cool. She's happy. You know what I'm saying? She happy with her Caucasian husband.
Oh, Lord.
Bling 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 bling.
Caucasian husband. It seems to I've been a little worried, and I'm speaking candidly right now.
Oh, don't worry. It's
As
just
always.
us and all the listeners.
Because I've been thinking, because my family, the majority of my family, like my mom's she's African, like from Africa for real, from Africa.
With a Caucasian husband.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Talk that shit.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like I've been worried, like, damn, how much more African can you get?
Right. Right.
Than to really be born and raised in Africa.
That's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
Africanist you can get.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? African royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like I got royal African family. I got rich royal African family.
Yes.
And then it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then
Ooh, nah.
and growing up, you know what I'm saying, to have such a real black household, you know what I'm saying, and some of the ways we were raised, you know what I'm saying, it's like it almost threw me for a loop when we all went our separate ways as adults. And then to see like my sister completely flip the script. Like my sister's the one introduced me to 120, you know what I'm saying? And then to flip the script, and now she's married to a Caucasian man.
Oh, Lord.
My mom's married to a Caucasian
Oh,
man.
Lord.
I'm just like, am I next? You know what I'm
They got a
saying?
bunch of
Caucasian
colonizers
woman
around you, and you
in your
tight.
future.
Am I next? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
so-
you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
Y'all niggas is just
Yeah,
gonna
you don't-
just
you
y'all,
don't
y'all
say
just
nothing.
gonna ignore the fact that this nigga said, "Am I next?" Like he not married. Right
No,
now.
he did say that.
no, that's what I'm saying. But I'm wondering. You know what I'm saying?
I was
wonder
thinking that
'cause
too.
my mom, you know what I'm saying? Well, my father was like the blackest of blacks. You know what I'm saying? My father was like blacker than Brian. You know what I'm saying? He like blue black.
He was. He had a little afro joint too.
Yeah,
Didn't he have a little,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? My father was like blue black.
Yeah, he had the little the 70s joint, the
And
little
then my
Starsky and Hutch afro.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? And
Taught you to
then,
hate yourself.
and then my
The
sister.
huggy
What'd you
huggy
say,
bear.
Suze?
Who taught you to hate yourself?
And my sister dated my man Price. So it's just like
Oh, shit.
to go from you know, to have both of the, you know, most powerful women in my family, and most powerful immediate women in my family, to go from the blackest of blacks to the whitest of whites is like.
I'm still over here silent.
I don't know.
Hey, this sounds like a mini series right here.
The conversation that we would have about this is definitely offline.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
It's definitely offline.
Most definitely.
Nah, this is podcast stuff, nigga.
No,
right. Right. That's a special event.
Seuss is not the nigga that talks about any of this. That nigga holds everything back. And you wild business.
I don't hold anything back.
No, nigga. No, you are the one to hold it back because we still ain't had Case in here. And you know what? And I left.
I don't know if we can afford it.
Well, no.
I don't know if we can afford to have Case, bro.
No. I texted him the other night because when we were on this vacation as a family, we watched Mary J. Blige on.
The documentary.
Yes.
And you noticed that, and she
no.
kept him out of it.
When I text you was in that thread, and I said, nigga, you got left off of Bad and Bougie.
I didn't know what that's what you meant by that.
I know
what
that
was.
is hilarious.
I know you didn't know what I meant. That's what I meant. But I left it alone. I left it alone until I talked to him later. Because I was like, nigga, you got left off of Bad and Bougie. They didn't talk about you in the Mary documentary. So yeah, that's what I meant. I was waiting.
We ain't talking about hers and ours either. Now.
Oh no, we gonna talk about it because we've already had the conversation.
Oh Lord,
and I'm here for it. You can't stop it, baby. Let that shit breathe.
He said, "Let that shit go.
Let that shit breathe, nigga. Let that shit breathe."
Hey.
No doubt.
I didn't think that shit was gonna come up. I didn't expect. I wouldn't have expected her to mention
come up. No, I didn't expect it either.
But it would have been entertaining though.
It would have been.
Most definitely.
It would have been entertaining.
It would have been like that year after we went to the Tom Joyner shit, and the next year she was on Tom Joyner. And when I hollered at you, I was like, "Yo, you gotta get Case on this Tom Joyner shit," and I gotta go.
And I'm coming.
And I gotta go, nigga. Mary's on Tom Joyner. You gotta get Case on there, and I'm going.
We need a retort. we need a response.
We was champions, baby. They can't take it away.
They can't take it away from us, Shep. They can't take it away, Shep. They saw it. Nigga, I was ready. I was ready for that shit,
baby.
Y'all niggas stupid.
Nigga, I was ready for that shit. Yo, that on real life. That's what I told her. I saw the lineup. I had Seuss. I said, "Yo, they got Mary on the Tom Joyner shit. What's up? What's up? You making it happen?" It didn't. Needless to say, it didn't happen.
You're right.
Seuss, you probably didn't even say shit, did you?
No, I hit them. They hit me at the last minute, and when they hit me, I had already. It wasn't no shows I could move around.
No doubt.
I had already. They wanted me to fill the spot. I forgot who it was that backed out. But by the time they hit me, it was too late.
No doubt.
I want some of that. Put me on that.
Because the joint that B. Price went to, Mel was supposed to go, but he didn't get his passport in time.
Why you put this nigga out there in these streets? Shout out to Mel B. Easy. What up, Mel?
He got a passport now. He good. And he said, "Yo,
he ready."
You still
he's
shooting?
talking about, I get my passport and then the world shut down.
You should have been ready, big dog. You should have been ready. I appreciate you for not being ready, God.
I enjoyed the shit out of
it. It was a fantastic time. That Tom Joyner cruise is something different. But yo, Young Dukes, how was your week, black man?
Oh, my week was amazing.
Talk to me.
So, as you guys know, I just moved back to Georgia from New York, Harlem, the real Harlem.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Yes. I'm back. And opportunity's just been rolling. So,
what brings you back to Georgia?
Them kids, man. I love my babies. my daughter Corinne and my son CJ. Shout out to them. They'll never hear this until they're grown. But they can't say they daddy.
No, wait. The fact that you say that, I posted today from episode 48. I posted the promo, and I'm looking on the likes and shit.
Sage.
Yeah.
They be paying
Get off
attention.
my Instagram, little nigga.
They be following. They watch everything. Yo, my kids are like that too.
Yes.
And, came back for them. Definitely wanted to be a part of them. Both of them are athletes. They play basketball. And I came back to support them and encourage them. And me coming back to the town, I actually fell back into coaching. So my former head coach at Thompson High School hit me and he said, Dukes, have you applied for any jobs? And I'm like, yeah, I applied at the usual suspects in Augusta, Amazon and Procter & Gamble and Dustin, so-and-so. And he's like, well, apply with the county, for the Board of Education.
Indeed.
And I'm like, what the hell? to what? For what? Yeah, we're going to get you in the classroom to teach. I'm like, whatever. But I applied. He's like, man, we're going to get you in here by hook or crook. Sure enough, Tuesday I was interviewing at the middle school. I was sitting there 5 minutes. He was like, man, I like you. I'm going to offer you a job.
Teaching
Sitting
what?
there like, what? You want me to teach middle school?
Wait, so you teaching?
That's where I'm
What are you
going.
supposed to be teaching?
I'm about to be teaching at the middle
About
school.
to be teaching middle school.
And I'm be coaching back at Thompson High where you and
knew
Mingo came through.
I knew you was gonna be coaching. That's what you need to be doing.
That's
You
my
need to
thing.
do that. You gotta do that.
What are
But
you teaching?
I'll find
know
out
yet.
the subject this
you
coming
don't know.
week.
Sex ed.
No, hell no. But I told them like my wheelhouse
Jim.
is English and writing and speech, mentorship, stuff like that. So if they put me, I don't care where they put me in. Honestly, I'm just glad to be back, be around my kids, have an opportunity for a career, and be able to give back to the youth. Through my acumen with coaching and developing young men. Boy, don't say that. Boy, don't say that, man. Them kids need love too, man.
That's dope shit.
Kids grow up to
with
be
Seuss.
Seuss's. So we got to give them some guidance before he end up like Seuss.
Seuss wasn't never a kid. He was born 30.
He was born 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
He
his
came out-
go.
onesie
came out with a little
said
fro.
Seuss on it. His onesie said Seuss on it.
He came out with a little fro with the Seuss one.
With the Seuss onesie.
Ready to go.
Ready with a deal. So I'm
Y'all
just
niggas
blessed,
stupid.
man. I just thank God for the opportunity to come back and impact the community. And I just look forward to greatness, man. Just, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, what God has planned for me. And I'm just glad to be out here with y'all, man. This is making my week. This is capping my week.
Hey, this
I was
the
looking
captain,
forward.
This the captain of my week.
I was
man.
looking
Just-
forward
just
to this.
Yeah, to walk in because I didn't even know I was gonna see you when I walked in the room, man. I was like, because Brian told me he was just like, all right, well, Dukes might come, but I don't know for sure. And I'm like, all right, cool. But he never confirmed that you was coming. So when he texted me. When he texted us, he was like, yeah, I'm on the way on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. This nigga by himself. So when I walked in, I'm like, this nigga finna have me trying to have me working this motherfucking mixer and shit. I'm like, here we fucking go. We finna deal with this nigga and shit. Motherfucker attitude and shit. So I walk up in this bitch and I see you. I'm just like, nigga, that was a pleasant surprise, man.
Man,
like,
it's good to see you
this
too, bro.
motherfucker here
You already know how
look
we
the
do.
same.
Hey, man, I'm
Nigga.
trying to hold it
No,
down.
when we got out of the car, because Tisha dropped me off at the crib, and we got out of the car, and they was like exchanging pleasantries.
Shout out Dr. Price with the mansion.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, I ain't seen this nigga in a minute. since he ran to New York.
Man, I ain't run to New York, man.
Since he ran-
Nobody chased me up out of nowhere.
All right, Mace.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, all right, Mace. That's what I'm thinking.
That nigga with the reverse Mason Betta. Mason Betta. Niggas ran him out of Georgia.
No doubt. It was good to see you though, man.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure,
glad,
man.
I'm glad you in the house, man.
Absolutely. Good
My
to be
man
here live
Price
in the
here.
flesh.
Mo up in here.
Indeed,
Mo,
man,
what's
man.
good?
Hey,
Mo.
Hey, Lil Brown.
And Seuss to connect
Mo, how-
virtually up in this bitch.
Mo, how was your week?
It was fine. I'm here. I made it through the week.
That's
I'm good.
That's all we got.
That's all I got. Hey, I made it. I don't want to complain.
Mama, I made it.
I can't follow links anyway. That was.
Hey, I want to know. I want to know more about what you was talking about. You said you take clothes.
Great.
Is that
question.
Is that like a business? Like, do you have a website for that?
I do not have a website yet.
You got, like, a
Basically,
link
I've
or-
been
You have an
doing all my
Instagram?
business on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've gotten quite a few customers. I make custom pieces for people.
Nice.
People seem to like them.
No doubt.
So I'm trying to make it a full-time gig.
What do you mean custom pieces? What are these custom pieces?
Lately, I've been making a lot of jackets. So I've been taking army jackets, putting a panel on it, on the back of it with the theme of whatever people like, whether they sing or play video games or love Wonder Woman. And then I put patches on them for the people. I make horror aprons. Okay.
make
Did you
what?
say
Horror.
Horror.
Oh, horror.
Oh,
I thought she
I
said.
thought you
I thought
said
she
like-
said
like
horror.
horror.
Yo, I heard the
Hoe
same
aprons.
thing. I was trying to wait for it
What's
to
a hoe
finish
apron?
because I'm like, did she say a
I have no
Sound
idea.
like
I'm
something
glad
you
you
find in
I think-
Spencer's.
I think the whole apron's got like a hole in the front.
Right.
Ain't no cooking in the hoe aprons,
No,
right?
it's got a hole.
They not
No.
cooking.
It's like
Lot
a
of
glory,
eating, though.
like a
Right,
glory
right.
hole.
Right.
I can see that shit.
Okay. No, scary, horror, scary movies.
Jason,
Okay.
Freddie.
Jason, Freddy,
Got
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Got you.
Indeed.
These and that.
Boom.
But I'm
That's
about
what's
recycling. I go into thrift shops and I'm like, there's all this stuff that people have thrown away, and it's such a waste.
That's
And-
a dope Basquiat t-shirt
Thank
you got
you.
on right now.
And I just want to save all the clothes.
It's just
That's
me
what's
because I'm
up.
throwing away wild shit next week.
That's what I'm saying, because I got a lot of shit too, and
Let
I be
me
throwing
see it
shit in
first.
like trash bags, and
Let
I
me
just be,
see it
I'm
first.
about to throw
She
away a
want to
lot of
sift
shit
through
too.
your trash.
I'm about
recycle.
I'm about to throw away
I
a
want
lot
to
of shit too.
recycle.
No doubt. That's what's up. That's dope.
Now that
I'm,
is
show
I'm,
dope,
y'all
def-
my
man.
I'm
thing.
That's
definitely
very
interested.
creative.
I'm definitely interested.
Yep. And I'm sure you got some vintage stuff too. That's pretty fire.
I sure do.
Oh no,
Hey,
your
Zeus.
screensaver is
And
fire.
vintage.
Yeah.
I see you. I
So
saw
you ain't here. That
Got
nigga,
people
that
in
nigga, Walker walked up in here with his new jeans on.
Oh shit!
Boy.
Yes, he did.
Guess where I got
That
these
nigga don't.
jeans
That
from?
nigga don't have no new jeans. He
Guess
has
where I
new
got 'em
pair
from?
of pants.
Hold
He has
on.
new
Wait,
pants.
stop. So he got jeans. Talk to that nigga. Talk to that nigga. Will.
Guess
That's
where-
fire.
Guess where I got them from, Seuss?
Where
Yes.
Fashion Nova.
Oh,
Fashion
no, that
Nova.
Venom jacket is kidding.
he got on Fashion Nova jeans.
I already told the world you said I was trying to look like a bad bitch.
He do got on the Fashion Nova joints. But I will say, them joints is fresh. There ain't nothing wrong with these jeans he got on.
Ah,
He got the
Something-
little
something very wrong
distress.
with him.
No, he got the little distressed jeans. They not tight. He ain't got on no leggings and shit.
He don't got on no jeggings.
see,
Yeah, I mean,
and that's it from B Price.
he got the distressed jeans on. Wait.
And my man Dukes.
It's the
That's a
camera.
fact.
It's the camera right there. Make sure they get your jeans.
Oh, he do got some.
They can see your knee.
got
They
some
see the knee
hoe
action.
jeans on. Those the hoe jeans.
His jeans got a dick print.
Shit.
And a cut in the booty part.
Ventilated for his pleasure.
What is the male camel toe? What is that?
A moose
Right.
knuckle.
Is that what is it? A moose
What is
knuckle?
it?
It's a moose knuckle.
I ain't never heard that shit. That's what it's called for real?
That's what it's called. I know all the derogatory names for penises.
Oh Lord,
The moose knuckle.
I thought it was
The
a mop
moose
handle.
knuckle.
Is that a derogatory term for penis?
Is it? Do you find it derogatory?
I don't.
I don't find it
Oh well,
derogatory
then.
either.
Okay.
I just
then
needed the female equivalent, and there it is, moose knuckles.
it's way bigger than a camel toe.
Oh Lord.
That it is.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
The moose
Oh
knuckle.
boy.
Yeah, so
Ladies and gentlemen.
that nigga got on his moose knuckle jeans. Young Seuss, what's up, man?
fuck you, Seuss.
You running point out here in Chi-Town, or what's the business?
Nah. I'm saying I'm a follow. I know what I want to pitch in on, but what we talking about today? Because a lot happened.
I don't know
man,
where we
since we've been
start.
on.
Where we starting at?
Right,
I'm
man.
gonna leave with you with Will. Where we
We're
starting
gonna
at?
start with my man Bill Cosby.
Hey.
Oh, you want to jump right into it?
That
Bill
nigga
Cosby.
jumped right into the deep end.
I need some more vodka.
Nigga don't want to warm up or nothing. You don't want to warm up and get to that.
We want to get straight to the nasty.
You don't,
Hey,
nigga. Nah, man.
we gonna do it like
let's
we all. We
warm
gonna do it
up,
like
man.
we all.
No. Ain't no warm up. You didn't want a part of it. Will said we start with Bill,
We gonna do it like we do it.
and we start with Bill.
We gonna do it like we do it. What's look,
Nah, we good.
what's y'all opinion on that shit anyway? I don't even see what.
What with Bill?
All right, look.
Okay, set it
You don't
off.
see what the what?
Well, don't stop.
All right.
Stop.
Here we go.
Set it off.
And
Set it
see,
off.
this is
Oh,
why.
Lord, here we go.
This is why
Let me get
when
my
Mo
seatbelt
came in,
on.
I'm like, here we finna have a problem.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. What's your thoughts, Will?
The statute of limitations. That don't mean nothing. Statute of limitations. Like
Bill
this
Cosby
shit-
is a rapist.
This shit
that
happened.
don't mean nothing.
This shit happened in the
Lord.
'60s.
Not all
Wait,
of it.
If
in
it happened,
2004,
if it happened, it was in the '60s.
In 2004, he made a deal. He's paid off multiple women to be quiet. He's used his power to keep stories out of the news.
No, he paid off women to be quiet about the affair because he's married. He don't want to get no trouble with his marriage.
He paid
it
off
wasn't
women.
about no rape. It
He
was about
paid
the
off
marriage.
women that said he sexually assaulted them.
Dr. Huxtable?
No.
Let me wait. Bill Cosby is not Cliff Huxtable.
He's
okay?
not?
Talk
At
that
all.
shit. Don't stop. Talk
That's
that
not
shit.
who he is. He's a human being,
Right.
Who is a sexually assaults women.
Wait. This is the same dude who had Mourner Ichabod Marker. There's no way Bill Cosby
He
has to
admitted
assault
to
women's.
buying Quaaludes so he could give them.
But
to
that
women
was
he
what they
got.
was doing back
I
then.
want her to
That's
finish
like
the
Bill
sentence.
going
Stop,
to buy
stop.
an eighth of weed.
Stop.
What's
Stop.
up, sis?
Let her finish that sentence. What did you say? He did what?
He bought Quaaludes to give to women that he wanted to have sex with.
You sure that's what it was? You
That's
sure
what he
that's what
said.
it was? No, that his the answer to the question that he was asked was, did you give women drugs? Not without their knowledge. That's the same thing that Jukes just said.
He
If I buy a
admitted-
girl a drink, it's to get pussy. Did I rape her? If I buy her weed and I fuck her after, did I rape her?
Boom.
Why
No,
would you?
we were taking drugs. That's what they
Right.
was doing. He was partying in Studio 54.
Right.
That's a
So
fact.
And I don't know about you. I don't
Right.
know about you, but if somebody rapes me, I'm not coming back and hanging out with them the next.
Say
day.
that. Say
nobody-
that.
Oh, well,
I
Say
mean,
Ain't
that.
nobody
that's
raping
just
you.
me.
Ain't nobody raping you.
First of all, that
That part.
plenty of rape
I
victims
don't hang out with my rapists.
hang out with people that raped them. They do. They're
really?
It could be their
You
parent.
saying
It
you
could be
saying
their
beforehand? You saying before?
even after, even people
No.
that molest people.
I don't know about that.
Wait, stop.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that shit
'Cause
does happen.
You putting
Sometimes
you can't group those together, Mo.
Okay, even women
Because
that
you-
get raped, they still hang out with those people. If
Why?
they think, oh, if I say something, my career is going to be ruined. Like, as a woman, you can't say shit when people violate you. When I was in the military, and I was an adult, but one of my chief officers was like, oh, damn, Monique, you look so good today. I'm about to ejaculate on this desk. That wasn't appropriate.
Did he?
What I'm saying is him even saying that.
No, I was
he's
asking. That was
he
just
did
for
not
my-
ejaculate
my-
on
my-
the desk.
Jesus, my-
He had on
my-
clothes. So, but I'm saying even though that wasn't the right thing for him to say, that wasn't.
It was
proper.
inappropriate.
It was inappropriate,
Especially if he was a
I
commanding
never said
officer.
anything,
Sure.
and I still laughed and joked with him later because I didn't want to be a problem. I didn't want to be, oh, Monique
See,
can't take a
that's
joke.
the problem I have.
Oh,
that's the problem I have.
Monique takes stuff too seriously. Now you got this stigma. Now nobody don't want to say anything to you. So women deal with a whole bunch of stuff and then they go back because they don't have a choice some of the time. Okay, if you're in Hollywood and you're trying to make it and you've hung out with Bill Cosby, okay, now you're saying he drugged you and raped you. Now you can't get a job. Now you're blackballed. Now you can't work anywhere. Now you're the person that said Bill Cosby raped you. You're lying. He didn't do that. That's Cliff Huxtable. It's not Cliff Huxtable.
But why cop to it? Why bring it up 30, 25, 40 years later?
Because you see that other people are strong enough to come out, and then you're like, shit, that same shit happened to me
40 years ago?
Now I'm going to tell it too. If I don't think that chief that told me Monica almost ejaculated on the desk, if other women if somebody said, oh, he raped somebody, I would be like, well, let me tell you what he did to me when I was 21. And I'm 42 now. I never forgot it. But I would be like, oh, and I never said anything to anybody. I never did a thing about it. But later I'm like, you know what? That was really fucked up. I shouldn't have let him say that to me.
I'm pretty sure you wasn't alone with him anymore.
I definitely tried not to be, but again, he was a superior officer to me, so he could call me to his office. He said more disrespectful things. I just
see, that's the thing. If something makes somebody uncomfortable, you don't laugh that off.
But you can't.
You address that immediately.
Right.
If I would have said something, that would have done something to whatever my Navy career was.
That's your decision, though. And I think that's your decision.
And the culture has changed too.
And it goes back to Seuss when we talked about it. The comment that you made was the comment that you made before, and it was in a different situation. The situation before was a young lady on a podcast and shit. It wasn't. I'm sorry, this nigga Dukes is open Twizzlers. I'm sorry.
That's that rap.
Fucking them Twizzlers up.
Yeah, I mean,
on company time.
It wasn't. The young lady on the podcast is different than her being in a position in military service. It's like it's two different things. So if her thinking like in the military, this is going to affect her career, and the young lady on a podcast being like, this is going to affect her career, it's the same level of disrespect, but it's a different level of I don't want to say feedback. It's a different result.
It's the different consequences for both of them. So, but what I'm saying is because I don't want to, and I don't want to, and also it was a lot of it came out of it diminishes the people that actually got violated when you find lies and holes in other people. That shit bothers me as well.
Yes.
So when you find out you got this chick Jane, the little white chick come out talking about she lied. They told her what to say, and then you got other people come out saying they're lying. Yeah, that takes away from people that
credibility.
It does discredit the credibility of
the other people that actually. One girl said, "Yo, he didn't have to drug me. I was gonna give him pussy."
Right.
He said, "I was gonna
that part."
Look, there are men out there. It doesn't matter if there are women that are going to have sex with them. They like the control part of an incapacitated woman. That's why, like, okay, you were saying if I went to the bar and I got somebody drunk because I wanted to fuck them, like, is that wrong? But why would
no? I say I ain't get them drunk because I wanted to fuck.
You bought them a drink.
I bought them drinks and I fucked. After.
But
after.
Different connotation.
Like, who want to have sex with somebody? They just limp body.
Oh no! I don't do passed out. We done. Once you pass out, we're
talking functionally drunk.
We talking you functionally. Yeah, no. I don't
feel like I'm sleeping.
Yeah, that once you pass out, you fall asleep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
No, he do.
I'm not knocking no female down that's passed out. We done here.
Never. I ain't even sleeping in a room with a female passed
exactly.
out. I'm letting her be where she at. I'm going to another room.
In the living room. Yeah, I've gotten up and went in the living room.
That's a fact.
I don't want to be nowhere near you.
So where we at with this? Because
I don't have. I have a problem with the timing of it, and mine's ain't like what the world is, NBC and all the foolish. I'm talking about the distance, the years in between that y'all decided to come at this man for whatever reason. That plays a
major part for me.
That was my biggest
number
issue
one.
too, Seuss.
That was the issue. The other two, y'all didn't convict him for rape. If you look at what you did, that's why the shit got overturned. It had not yet. You didn't convict him for something because he never lied about nothing that he did.
That's a fact.
So
They convicted him for wanting to buy NBC.
I don't
That's
even believe
what
that.
it was all about.
That's what it was all
Yeah,
about.
That's
I
what it
don't-
was all about, in my opinion.
That's what you think?
The man
I
flexed
think
his
that's what it was all
muscle.
about.
He was at a position where he had the money and the clout,
He was too powerful of a black man.
and he wanted to buy a major network. And they said, hell no, go get the Cosby Files. And they pulled up shit from 40, 30 years ago.
But
to
There-
Well,
target
when you
him.
can't, when you can't,
hold on. What'd you say?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
we
went out
lost-
again.
yeah,
You
we
went out
lost
again,
it.
Seuss.
and so what I was saying was that you can't assassinate the man, you assassinate his character.
Mhm.
So no matter what he's trying to do, he always have this stink on him. And so his name is going to be Mud. Oh, you just took 3 years away from this man who was already old out of his life. And he had a chance to get out early. They was like, all he had to do was just admit that he did something wrong. And he was like, well, you might as well. I got 5 years, 8 months, and such amount of days before he went. He told me, take me back to jail.
Yeah, he did.
Like if you don't, somebody that's really, I don't believe believe all them chicks is lying. I'm pretty sure because he had a joke on the Tonight Show once about Spanish Fly, pouring Spanish Fly in somebody's drink.
Yes, I remember that,
So
Seuss.
I don't believe that all these broads are lying. I believe that they was partying. I'm saying he wasn't convicted of rape, and I'm not going to call a man a rapist. I wasn't in those rooms. I wasn't there. I met Bill Cosby one time. So and it wasn't in no particular
You're not his type, though.
I wasn't around him.
I was saying, did he rape you?
Not that I'm aware of, and he didn't have no drinks. So nah, I'm not with the condemning somebody that's not that if he was found not guilty. He wasn't never found not guilty. They overturned whatever the thing,
conviction,
and they
yes.
stopped him from being prosecuted again. So technically he don't have no charges.
That's a
He
fact.
has
Hold on,
allegations.
Kind of been exonerated.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
What you got, Mo?
Mo got some for us. Oh boy, let me put my
actually,
seatbelt.
She
back.
got a lot because she was tapping that leg.
Yes,
something
she
serious.
was.
Yeah, let me talk
What
to
you-
him.
what you got?
Tapping that leg
with it. Let me
serious.
hear it.
Actually, he was let out because Bill Cosby has been having sexual assault cases since 2004. No one was talking about it though. So there was a deal he made with the DA with some other woman he'd assaulted that he ended up paying off, and the DA said, "Okay, you will never go to jail for this." It wasn't anything that they wrote; they said it, and that's why they overturned it, because in 2004, that DA, I forgot which state it was in, told him you'll never go to jail for this because he made a plea, he paid the woman off something million. And
That was in PA. That was
supposed
in Philadelphia.
It was in
I know exactly what
yeah.
you're talking. Yeah, it was
So,
in Philly. Yeah.
It wasn't like they let him out because he was innocent. And like you said, I don't think. Oh, yeah, some of those women are lying. I definitely believe that, but some of them are telling the
Wait, so
truth.
what was his payoff? What was his payoff? Because the only payoff that I knew that he did was
He's done a few payoffs.
was $100,000 payoff was the biggest payoff that I knew of. $100,000 payoff to keep quiet about an affair. Not necessarily because of a rape. It was because of an affair. He wanted to keep the affair quiet to.
You talking about what was the payoff for Bill? His payoffs?
Yeah. I mean, because Mo was saying he, and I guess what you said is 2004? 2004, there was a payoff of, you said some millions or something like that, where,
Like a meal.
to my understanding, from what I understood you were saying, was that he was doing a payoff for
She's going to Google.
to
She
cover
is
up
going
in
to
my
the Googles.
history.
to cover up a rape, right? A rape charge,
Sexual assault.
sexual assault charge. Okay, so at least $1 million to cover up a sexual assault charge.
What you got in your history?
And my thought was he only paid off to cover up an affair to, I guess, save his career and save his marriage.
Well, you're wrong.
And I'm open.
He's paid
I'm
off
open to that.
multiple women.
I'm open to that. I just want to
There's
hear what it
been
is.
tons of people that have done stories that never came out and things like that because Bill
Right.
Cosby is Bill Cosby. You
Not,
don't think
he's
he has
not Bill
people,
anymore. His legacy.
You
has
don't think
been
he has
ruined.
people he can call and say, "Don't make that not happen." Stars do that all the time. Rich people do that all the time. You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it does happen, but I think that should be a part of the story. Like when he goes to jail, that should be a part of the story. Not just I shouldn't just hear all of a sudden like, oh, this lady came out from
When you
this
say
lady
a
came
part
out
of
and
the
said
story, what do you mean?
what I mean is when you hear about Bill Cosby getting incarcerated, you hear, oh yeah, this lady came out. She said that Bill Cosby raped her in 1925. You know, I'm like,
I mean, but are you
why you ain't say
searching
shit in
for the
1925?
information?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing.
What I know that, but what I'm saying is if it's being broadcasted, what's being broadcasted is he's being incarcerated for a reason.
The media is
and
not.
why is he being he's being incarcerated for what?
You think
He's being
the media
incarcerated for
is not?
rape. So rape when? So then we want to know, okay, you're saying you're broadcasting that he's being incarcerated for rape. I'd like to know more information. I'm not going to just look up Bill Cosby and see has he been incarcerated for rape until you tell me he's been incarcerated for rape.
I do.
I'm pretty sure ain't nobody looking me up to see if I've been incarcerated for rape. You know what I'm
Again,
saying?
like
You
I
don't-
said,
you
this
don't
was
know.
all a ploy
I
to
don't know.
destroy
I
Bill
don't know.
Cosby's
I did.
legacy.
I
I'm
did.
sure they also.
But if
did
they
want
find
to,
it, but if
found
if they
something,
search me and say and to
was
search
like
me to see if
Obama.
I've been incarcerated for rape,
they wanted to find something on Obama
So bad.
and if they did,
but there wasn't anything. But
But-
if they
but
would
if
have,
they did-
would have made it. They would have.
they would have said he's been incarcerated for
Exaggerated it.
rape.
Yeah.
For what, when, why, how? They would have did something. Don't just say he's been incarcerated for rape. Say, give me some more information.
We never hear
I
about
don't-
this
you're
if he
talking about
didn't
what
want to
you
buy
expect
NBC.
from the
I'm
media?
telling you.
Well, I mean, but what I'm saying is,
Right.
We
But-
never would have heard about
if
this.
you're feeding me the information, give me all the information.
Oh, okay.
Don't force feed me Don't force feed me half the information. Give me all of it. If you gonna
That's
give it
what
to
the
me, give it to
media
me then.
does. What you talking about?
That is what the media does.
That nigga will want the whole thing.
That's not realistic. You have to take.
Pause. Hit it with the Paul. Hit it with the Paul Pierce. I want the whole thing. Pause. No, you can't have the whole thing. You gotta do the research, y'all.
When
Right.
I see something like that, I'm like, I want to know about this whole. I want to know about this whole timeline. Now, when did this all start? Then I
Right.
search. Oh, Bill Cosby's first sexual assault claim. Like, that's just me though. I want to know what happened before this. Now, what now?
Exactly.
I just don't want to feel stupid and somebody bring up something and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. I'd rather have all the information. I'm going to try to get as much as I can. That's just me.
No, that's good. That's a good way to be. I have to be more like that because I'm more of like, give me the information. Okay, and if you give me half the information, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't believe that. I don't think you believe that. Because you know, my nigga, you know they ain't gonna give you the whole. You know that.
But if I don't get all of it, I'm just like, then I'm not interested. Don't force feed me Don't force feed me half information. If you're gonna force feed me something that you want me to be interested in,
but you
Give
know
me
how
all of it.
you know how media works.
right?
So and you know that they're not gonna give you the whole.
And I feel like the media works against black people. So I'm always gonna assume if you're not giving me all the information, then until you show me why he's guilty,
at that
I don't
point,
believe it.
Well,
Why
at
wouldn't
that
you
point, you
search
would
for
say
the reason
you would
why
you
he
would
is
say
guilty?
you're not gonna give me
'Cause
the
you don't
whole.
care?
So at that point, you should say, hey, I'm gonna do my own research because you know the media is not gonna go in anything favorable for what you're looking for. So in every aspect, whether it be
'Cause it's
Bill
not new.
Cosby,
It's not new
whether it be
that way.
anybody
Right.
else,
It definitely isn't news.
you need to do that research on yourself. They're not giving you that shit. They're not giving you that shit on George Floyd.
They're not
giving
giving
you that
you
shit
all
on.
of
They're not giving you
any
that shit on Bill
information.
Cosby. They're not giving you that shit on nobody.
Right. And just to answer your question, and I'm speaking honestly. I'm speaking honestly out of ignorance and all that. I'm not ashamed of my ignorance and none of that.
Talk that
all
shit.
I'm saying is, I do care, but at the same time, if like it wasn't in my mind that Bill Cosby was a rapist. That was not in my mind, right? So when it comes out that he is, I feel like, okay, well, I need to show me why. Show me how. Show me how you believe that, and then I'll be on board.
But you understand that they're not.
Right.
Yeah. They're not going to give you that.
Because even the media expects you to do some of your own research.
Why was that be on me though?
What?
Because that goes back to that goes back to the other episode when Seuss was yelling this other shit, and we talking about the 5% and the others. Mm-hmm. Some niggas want to know and some don't.
Right. Yep.
You and the niggas you
in the 95%.
You supposed to be in the 5% category that want to know. So you're supposed to gather that information.
You know the history of Lake Lanier?
That's not going to be given to you.
Look at that.
That I did. Yeah, that I did.
Lake Lanier just grabbed somebody this weekend, just snatched her.
Don't be throwing those shots at me. Don't be throwing those shots at me.
I throw shots. I'm just being honest.
Throwing those shots at me.
I'm just being honest. And your ignorance and everything.
I'm scared to death of Lake Lanier. Hell yeah, I'm scared of Lake Lanier.
Anybody going out there. But I don't myself as far as the Bill Cosby shit. Bill Cosby, as far as what he did as an entertainer, I respect all of that.
Right.
Bill Cosby on his personal shit and what's going on, I don't really have a say so on that. I wasn't there. He was there. He knows. Whoever was there know. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You don't think out of 60 women, he even took advantage of one?
I have no opinion. I wasn't there.
So what's the difference in that and what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's not exactly what you're saying, because exactly what I'm saying is what I said. And what I said, you didn't say the same thing. Now, if you're saying what I'm saying, then say what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, as far as his personal life was going on, I don't really have an opinion on it. It was like, damn, there's something going on there, but I don't have an opinion. Because, as far as what happened with him and these other people, I don't know. I can take sides and go back and forth, and I can take sides and fight on this side or that side, but I wasn't there. I don't know. All I know is Bill Cosby, the entertainer, and all I have a conversation about is Bill Cosby, the entertainer.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I don't know this nigga. We never kicked it.
Never.
We never drank Mad Dog together.
Shut up.
Brian, but you could hang out with somebody all the time and they could be a rapist and you could still not know it.
No. If I hung out with somebody all the time and they were a rapist, then I would have an opinion.
Okay,
I would go very deep. I would go very deep with an opinion.
But how would you know that they did it?
I wouldn't know if they did it or not. I said I would have an opinion on what they did based on what my dealings with this person. I would have an opinion. I don't have dealings personally with Bill Cosby. I don't know shit about him. All I know about Bill Cosby is Leonard Part 6, the Bill Cosby Show, the Cosby Show,
Picture Page,
the Cosby Show on CBS, Ghost Dad, fucking
Bill Cosby,
fucking
himself.
Fat Albert.
Yes.
And these are only, and if I put those opinions into him, I would say, yo, Bill Cosby is kind of suspect the way he did Lisa Bonet off a fucking Different World. But I don't have a personal opinion on this man. I don't know him. Now, if niggas came to me talking about you, I would go gung-ho.
What would you say? Will is a freak.
That nigga do have mental problems. That nigga might be a rapist. I don't know.
If niggas came to me on you, I would have a strong opinion on my dealings with you.
But that doesn't necessarily. What I'm saying is that doesn't necessarily mean that everything that I do, because we have dealings with each other, doesn't mean that necessarily everything that I do, I tell you.
I never said that.
You know about.
I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
He
that
said he would have
everything that I just said has to do with me, on how I feel and how I interject in my opinion. Has nothing to do with you. I would have stronger feelings and interjects because of my interaction with you. I have zero negative interactions with Bill Cosby. I don't know that nigga. I saw him. I saw him on movies. I saw him on TV shows. Lil Percy. I saw him on all that shit. But that
Big
don't mean
Percy.
nothing. Big Percy.
was whooping that ass.
I don't know nothing about this nigga, yo. I don't know nothing about him.
You were saying something, Sus? What you were saying?
Because I see negative shit about him. He talked negative shit about niggas.
Yeah, he does.
That's
yeah.
when all
Yeah.
the stuff came out.
Yeah, he talked
After
negative
he
shit
did
about
that,
niggas, and
that's when
remember.
Hannibal
I remember
came
that. That's
out
a
with
fact.
said that
I remember
comedy.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
shit.
a fact.
but I don't
And
know.
then that
I don't know him.
reactivated.
Hannibal,
Yeah.
Hannibal fucked him up.
Fuck
That
Hannibal.
Hannibal got his
reactivated.
ass. Hannibal is what did it.
And he not blind no more.
Yeah,
had to do a stand-up tour.
I don't know him. So I wouldn't have a strong opinion about him. I don't have one. In my personal opinion.
Boom.
That's me. You feel how you feel. You how you feel. You feel how you feel. Susa feel how he feel. I'm like, all right.
So what
That's
if y'all
between
daughters?
that's between him, whoever was dead, and God.
What if y'all daughters came to y'all? She 30. She telling y'all 20 years ago the pastor that everybody loves.
See, but
Did something.
but that's a different situation, because then in the same realm, I have a strong opinion about my daughter and what she does. So then I have a strong opinion on the situation. In this situation, I have no strong opinion on it. I see niggas going back and forth. Everybody feels how they feel. Some feel stronger on this end. Some feel stronger on this end. And that's them. And that's cool. That's how you feel. I'm sorry, I'm like, because I was watching the game with my uncle and Jason's father.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga said, what he said?
Uncle Willie.
Yeah, Willie said, he said, I don't have no hog. He said, I don't have no hog in this race. Or some shit he said.
No dog in this race?
No, he said hog.
Oh, Lord.
Nigga, Hall's on race.
No.
Right.
And I was like, and I kept fucking with him. I was like, well, you ain't got a hog in this sausage. So why you fucking with him? I kept fucking with him. And but that's the thing. Like in that I have nothing on it. But if you wanna make it personal, you're making it personal to be like, oh, what if it's your daughter? Then I have a stronger emotion or a
Maybe it
stronger
feels
investment in
more
the situation.
personal to me
Yes.
than it does to you guys.
And
as a woman.
And that as well as I don't disagree with that.
I don't either. I don't disagree with that shit.
What you think?
Women do what women do. Let them do what they do.
What you think, Moto? You got something to say about it?
No, I mean, like I said, maybe obviously I'm taking it a little bit more personal because I am a woman. I have been assaulted.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about it another way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it like another man that mistreats women is out on the streets and people are like, yay.
And I don't want to say that is positive or a negative, because that could go back to when we talked about many times before, when we talked about fucking what's old girl on Law and Order, Seuss, and how she always
Marissa Hargitay.
Yeah.
she always let her emotions.
Olivia Benson.
Benson, she's trash. Olivia Benson.
She's
you
the GOAT.
didn't?
Oh yeah, I
She's
did.
the GOAT.
We did. You've heard this podcast before. In my opinion, Olivia Benson is trash. She always let her emotions get into shit, and I understand that. You can feel away and whatever, but you can't let your emotions.
And if your
Overtake
emotions
a
go that
situation.
way,
I
if your
have
emotions
that
if your
same
emotions
problem.
go that way because you
And
had
that's-
bad experiences, hold on, Price. If your emotions go that way because of your past experience, then it has to go the other way too. Because what if he didn't? And because both sides is both, he could have and he couldn't. Right now he's free because he was technically exonerated. But what if he didn't? And he has this on him, and these people are saying this shit for whatever reason that they doing it, and they violating this man. And we come to find out that none of this happened. your feelings will still be there because you've had this. But what if none of this happened at all, and he's really innocent? Then what? Then where will we be then?
And he can't get his life back. He can't get his legacy back.
No, that's a wrap for
all
that
that
nigga.
shit been shitted on and wiped and flushed.
He said, "Wipe that flush."
Wipe and flush. With the wet wipes, nigga. Hit that nigga with the wet wipes.
That's a fact. They did Bill dirty. And if it
Because
all
I
came
don't-
out that it wasn't true, I mean, nobody's coming back to say, "Yo, Bill, we apologize." That'll never happen.
Right.
Nobody's gonna say I'm sorry.
That's
They
a
just
fact.
gonna move on.
That's a fact.
Right.
And it
They
won't
got
even and it won't
outcries.
even be the headline, Seuss. That
It's
should
not.
be like after the third commercial. Oh, by the way, Bill Cosby, yeah, everybody was lying on the sports. You know, like what?
And that's the thing. And
your
and all
feelings
this,
will still be your feelings because you still have those.
yes.
Right.
Even if they came out tomorrow and said all that shit was a lie, motherfuckers that felt the way is still gonna feel that way. And
He's
that's
still a rapist to
and
me.
and that's not a
What?
problem. That's how
Wait
you.
a minute, y'all talking like somebody already said.
No,
No,
I'm not. I'm not.
We
I'm
just-
not.
Chill out.
Hypothetical.
I'm not
Chill
talking
out.
that way.
Hypothetical.
I said if they came out tomorrow and said, "Oh, all that shit was lies," everybody who felt the way about that shit is still gonna feel a way about that
I mean,
shit.
I don't know. What if it rained pigs? What people gonna say?
No.
we talking about what ifs.
Stop. And I'm very much talking about what ifs, and that's what I'm trying to wrap
Right.
around.
This
Can I
whole thing
finish?
is a what
Can I
if.
finish the wrap around?
Sure.
If they came out tomorrow and said everything was a lie, the people who felt how they felt was like, nah, that nigga's whatever. They're still gonna feel that way, and that's cool. That's how they feel. And all I'm saying is they can feel that way. You can feel whatever way you feel. Nobody was there except that nigga and whoever was there. Everything else is an opinion, in my personal opinion, because it's an opinion.
But going back to the original question, when you said, like, how would you feel if that was your daughter, right? So I'm wondering, 'cause I don't feel that I would see anything any differently, right? Like if it was my daughter and she told me, like, if the shit happened to her when she was like 15 or 20 years old, and then she told me, like, when she's 40, like, oh yeah, this happened. Well, why the fuck you wait so long to tell me?
I wouldn't say that. That
That's
wasn't the
the
thing.
wrong question to ask.
why-
I wouldn't say that.
Because
No,
if you're
but-
saying you just
no.
said she was 15,
But
she was a child.
Okay. So if she's 20, okay, so because nobody that it happened to,
You're
was
fucking
in
it
that
up.
age.
You're fucking up. Take
so
the age
maybe I
out.
get it wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe I
you're
get it wrong.
fucking
as-
up.
Grab the parachute.
Right.
Grab the
So-
parachute.
So the people that it happened, the people who were the victims, right? They
Right.
were 20s and 30s, right? In their 20s and 30s.
Doesn't matter.
Why does it?
That's
Doesn't
so-
matter.
I'm asking out of ignorance. Why
And
would
and
it take so long to
Because-
tell?
and to answer your ignorance, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. If it took a year or 20 years, it doesn't matter. It happened.
But there's a statute of limitations.
It
right?
doesn't matter.
Do you think your daughter feels like, oh, well, it's been too long, I might as well not even say anything now? If you just said, okay, if my fifth daughter says something happened to her when she was 15, she was a child, she was scared, she was manipulated by an adult. Like, sometimes it takes people a long time to tell these things. You don't know what that adult is saying to that child to make them not say anything.
I mean, but
That's
don't-
a fact.
But so let's take out the fact that it's a child. Let's take that out. Let's take the child
Even
fact
if-
out. Maybe I screwed that up by throwing that out there at the beginning, because a lot of the accusers of Bill Cosby, or all of the accusers, were not children. So then what would their excuse be?
Same thing.
It's the same thing, dog. It don't matter how you put it together. It doesn't matter.
You can be
the
in a-
period of time that somebody comes out and says something doesn't matter.
Yes.
It don't matter.
I know you can't understand why somebody wouldn't immediately tell, but that's because nothing like that has ever happened to you. And you can't imagine, why wouldn't anybody tell? That doesn't even make sense to you, right? But people that do
I can tell you
these
don't make
things,
sense to me, but go ahead, because I've
Go
had
ahead,
this
Seuss.
conversation. No, I'm saying no. I said I'm agreeing with you because I've had this conversation with people, and it's a lot. This line of questioning or a line of thought has come up a lot in the past couple months. I don't know why, but with people saying how they were molested as kids, whatever. I don't have any empathy towards that because I haven't experienced it. So, and I wouldn't understand why, and why nobody would say anything. It was never a hush thing in my house, so I don't know why it would. If anything happened, it would be. I'm telling you, can't tell me not to tell. Like I'm telling. So I didn't get that. So
I wish I was a Seuss growing up.
No,
I would have beat everybody
no,
ass.
I'm telling, like you're not touching me. Like nobody's putting their hands on me, and I'm not saying something. Like, and I still don't understand why. Like, I was talking to a young lady, and I was like, "Yo, you didn't have uncles? You didn't have a father in your life? Like, nobody say something? You like, ain't nobody you could go to get this
Sometimes
person to
there's
stop?"
not.
Some people say no.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
a
it's
fact.
a no. Sometimes the person you would go to is
Is
the person
one who's
committing the
abusing you.
crime.
That's a fact.
I personally have went through a something,
Right.
and
Me too.
when I went to go live
Me
with
too.
my grandmother, she couldn't understand. She said, "You must have liked it. Why didn't you tell anybody for 4 years?" Do you know that hurt so bad? But that person
Wow.
had scared me to the point where I didn't feel like I could tell anybody. I felt like nobody was going to believe me. And do you know what a woman has to go through if she reports a rape? You got to go in, and it's like a gynecological exam where they put the speculum inside of you. They're doing swabs. There's like 3 people in the room. People also don't want to go through that. That's traumatic in itself. That's an all-day event of you being tested for rape. Wow. That's something that take all day with the questioning, with the medical exams.
Men get raped too. You know that, right?
I do know that. I've never diminished that.
I mean, but we don't go through the same process. You know what I'm saying? A man wouldn't go through the same process. We ain't gonna be sitting up in there
what that
getting
got
all
to do
these
with
swabs and shit.
I know,
you
but what
for
does
hours and hours and hours.
I'm pretty sure you got to get swabbed if you was raped, nigga. I
But
don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure that's a
depends
thing.
on what kind of rape it is. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what kind of rape
in
it
the
is.
booty?
No, see. So you laughing? Why you laughing? You laughing? You trying to diminish? You trying to say it's not a serious thing that men get raped?
I know you want to find something to attack
No,
me on.
I
and
don't.
You cannot.
I don't.
But
I
I've
don't.
never diminished men getting raped. But just like Brian said, I don't know anything about that, so I don't know what they have to go through. I don't know that process. What I do know is the process that women have to go through after they've reported a rape, and it's a lot. It's another traumatic event that you go through, and some women are probably like, "I'm just gonna take a shower and fuck it."
So how do you go through if something happened decades ago? If you were raped decades ago, how do you go through the process? They're gonna give you a rape kit decades
Well,
later?
then they're not. But you're asking why they wait decades.
Right.
What does that have to do with the question you just
process.
asked right now? Doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about what happens as soon as they report it. This happened last night, and then now you got to do the thing.
Well, see, okay, so that's the misunderstanding because I don't know that. I don't know that if something happens, like if a woman is raped.
I know you don't know. That's why I'm telling you.
But what I'm saying is, if a woman is raped, I didn't understand that a woman would report it right after. It sounds to me like, from what I'm seeing, it sounds like nobody said anything until decades later.
No, it
People
doesn't
did
sound like
say
that.
things. He's been going to court or paying people off for rape allegations
For
years.
For other rape allegations, I'm talking about a specific person. Let's say if one specific person has been
now that
raped,
you're narrowing it down to one specific person, like I can't speak on that anymore. I don't know that person.
But if one specific person did get raped by Bill Cosby, and then all of a sudden she decides, "Oh, I'm not going to say nothing for 30 years," then why would you do that?
What are you saying?
Hey,
Why would
Seuss.
she come back after
Yeah.
30 years?
Seuss, what you doing?
I'm sitting here listening to Will dig her hole.
Right.
Yes.
He's going down
stand
a
up
dark
in it.
alley,
Just stand up in the hole.
So,
and it's a dead end.
Look, I'm trying to learn something. I'm trying to
I
learn
don't know.
something.
I-
I'm trying to
no.
learn something. Y'all look like y'all ain't trying to
no,
teach
no,
me
no,
nothing.
no.
You're gonna need a private
no,
course.
No, stop. In actuality, it doesn't seem like you're trying to learn something. It seems like you're trying to argue something.
I'm
It
not.
seems like you're trying to debunk me.
I'm saying it seems
And
as
I
if
hate
you're trying to
debunkers.
argue something
Don't debunk
in which
me.
people are telling you situations and things that happen, but you're trying to bring up arguments to debunk things that are being said.
So then I should just be quiet and not learn
No,
shit from what
no,
y'all
no,
saying.
no. Nobody says you should be quiet. All I'm saying is, it seems as if you're bringing up arguments on those situations instead of listening to those situations and understanding the situations. Because every situation that has been spoken,
Right.
you've never said that, okay, I understand that, but let's say this is
I
happening.
did say that.
Okay.
I did say
You right.
There were certain things I did say I
You're
understood.
right. You're right, brother. I'm sorry.
I did say there were certain things I understood, but there are certain things that I don't understand, and I bring those up because I'm speaking for a lot of people who might not understand.
What do you not understand?
Here, let me talk to him. So, first we discussed why a person wouldn't say anything for 30 years, right? They're scared. They don't want to be the one. Then you see other people come out and you're like, it's safe for me to tell my story now. Okay. So we already discussed why you wouldn't tell at the beginning. You're going to be blackballed. And then the medical exam that you have to go through. So 30 years later, this woman sees other women are telling their story. It's safe for me to tell my story now. Maybe people will believe me now. Because when you were the one person, maybe no one would, but you, Bill Cosby?
Hell
Cliff
no.
Huxtable?
Right.
So that's why a person may wait 30 years. Like I said about that officer. If somebody came out and was like, he raped him, I would be like, he did it. He guilty. And this is what he did to me. Do you know what I'm saying?
See that I have a problem with that because he didn't rape you, so you can't say.
But he
yeah,
has
did
rapey tendencies.
because he's saying inappropriate stuff. Don't make a nigga
He has
a
rapey
rapist.
tendencies.
He could
So
just
you
be a
can't put
dirty
that on
uncle.
him, man. You can't do
could
that,
be
yo.
a
No, no, no.
Dirty uncle.
It's not saying. And as she said, it's tendencies. It's actions. It's not
Right.
saying that hey,
I
he
didn't
necessarily
say he
raped
me too.
them.
Like, but he did.
He
say
did.
this.
He did these things, and those things happened to other women, and those things
Right.
happened to other women, and those things led to him
Which
with
looks
other
like a
women,
pattern.
which
And
was
because you
rape.
didn't put it like this, because you didn't say nothing, he went a little further with
He
the next person.
escalated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Escalated.
feel like busting off on the table. The next woman, he like, all right, on the table.
I feel like busting off. Your face is the table.
No, we stop, nigga. We cut it out, yo. I just don't like the mob mentality. To like everybody come in
And nobody likes that.
Right.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
likes the mob mentality. But if you come in and say, "Hey, no, this shit happened, and it really happened," and that
Right.
and that goes into the situation, then cool, that goes to the situation.
I have no
But if
problem
you
with
come
that.
in with some bullshit, that's a
Right.
different thing.
My problem with Bill Cosby is all these people are like, he innocent, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he not, though. I don't have any problem with him necessarily being out of jail. He an old ass man. That stuff did happen a long time ago. But he is a man that takes advantage of women if he can, it seems. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
right.
So like that's like my problem is more complex than just yay Bill is out or
Is out,
boo
yeah.
Bill is in.
Yes.
Like it's a little bit more complex than that. Like
It's
I
more
feel
than
like
that.
he is guilty. He should have been let out because that DA should have never made that deal with him. But for people to say he innocent and like, oh yay Bill, that's what I have a problem with, to be honest with you. Yay nothing. Boo.
My issue,
Not again.
I would say my only issue is if all of this stuff happens, and I'm just talking in general, see, rape, sexual assault, there's only 2 people in the room. And I know men lie, I know women lie.
Numbers don't.
People, humans lie.
Period.
Right.
So there's been situations where a young lady didn't have a favorable encounter with me, and she might have gone and said X.
Hey, I had people lie on my
all the time.
before. My
All the time.
Yes.
So that's where it gets
But
tricky
did
for
60
me.
people
they lie
say
about?
this about you.
What they lie
No,
about you?
but the only thing is 60 people said
You
it
talking about me?
40 years ago, 30 years ago. That's the issue I have.
But it's 60 though.
That's the number is not what
No,
scares me.
The number scares me.
The number does not scare me because that could be 60 alleged liars
Right.
who have motivation to lie.
That's what I'm saying.
What's their
And-
motivation?
NBC cannot be bought. That is their motivation.
So NBC paid them to lie.
NBC cannot be bought by a black man.
Right.
So we're gonna go to our file that we've been amassing for and I'm just saying this speculatively. I'm not. I'm
Like,
just giving you.
He's had cases.
I'm just.
before
All I'm
he tried
saying.
to buy.
I'm just giving you a different perspective.
That's all I was trying to do.
You think I haven't thought about that?
I probably did it
but have
incorrectly.
you thought about it in this regard? Because remember, NBC controls
Like us-
a segment of media. They have power to influence people's opinions, thoughts, and actions.
Because of money?
Not even that, just because people. There's a segment of people who sit on their
Yes.
couches and believe
Because of
whatever comes out of whoever's on that
I
television's
know.
mouth.
They're called maggots.
But not all of us are like that. They're called actually sheep. They're actually sheep because they'll just follow anything.
Maggot ass sheep.
And then there are people who we don't know what those people's financial situations are. And if they are at the point when Bill was like, nah, I'm going to do this, NBC offer them 10 grand to say something, 20 grand, depending. They might have a Cosby budget. You don't know. And this is all conspiracy theory I'm spitting, but I'm understanding that men and women can lie.
I know people lie.
I just can't.
I myself have lied.
Right. So with that time frame and literally no physical evidence, and we're literally just taking her word against his, those are the problems that I have with this situation. And I'm not saying that people should not, I'm not saying that allegations shouldn't be believed. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be investigated. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be prosecuted. But I do believe that there should be a statute for something like that. I understand everything you're saying about the mental anguish and the emotional anguish that a woman or a man may go through in these
Because
cases.
people never forget those things. They take
Agreed.
that to the grave.
Agreed. 'Cause there are
There's no
things that I'll
statute
never
of
forget.
limitations on the mind and traumas.
And so
Agreed.
as far as the crime,
But the
if there's a
crime
statute
is
of
the
limitation
problem.
on the
like
crimes,
I said, I don't have an issue with him not being in jail.
no. All I'm saying is if there's a statute of limitation on the crime, as it should be, and you're concerned about these people and their well-being, no matter the crime, still worry about these people and their well-being.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's still a person. I don't want to go to his house and have a drink.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you to Bill's house. I'll go with you.
You want something to drink? Let me
Put the
get-
cover on it.
Give me a-
Y'all got a plastic cover?
no, give me a cup.
condom or
Give me
something?
a cup. I'm
Lord.
gonna pour you a drink.
Nah.
I can't pour you a drink,
I don't let people pour my drink now.
You're supposed to pour your own trouble.
but
I do.
y'all niggas.
What Will got on that list number 2?
Yeah, can we
No, yo-
can
I'm
we
about to fight
can we get
somebody.
a
I'm about to
segue?
punch
No, I'm saying,
everybody
but
in the nose.
Y'all was on Bill entirely too long. Before at this point, it's almost a
That
wrap.
was-
It's
Will's
a
fault.
wrap it up time. But
That was
before we
Will's
wrap it up,
Literally.
Nigga, we got 2 more things that
no,
gotta
no,
be
we
discussed.
don't have. We can discuss whatever we want anytime we want. It's the owner's box, baby.
Right.
Ain't no cap on this nigga.
Ain't no cap on
No
this
cap.
shit.
Oh, it ain't no statute of limitations.
Oh shit. That was sad.
But
Yeah, niggas is stupid.
but before we wrap it up, and as we wrap it up, I want to talk about your girl first.
Who is that?
Flojo Jr.
Let's hear this take. With Mo, if you would like to,
She
I would.
yo, she ready. She ready,
fine.
Sue.
She cleared
lined
her
up, she lined
throat.
up. All right, let's go.
She picked the mic up. She got it ready. She got ready for something to say. What you got?
Look, everybody that knows me knows I'm a stoner girl. Okay?
I like it.
I get stoned every day. Okay? But I also feel like she knew the rules and she should not have done that. Like, she shouldn't have done that. I don't think it's fair. I think the rule needs to be changed, but I can't fault them for going with the rules. Even if the rules were made in a biased time or whatever, I can't fault them for doing what they did. She also knew the rules.
Correct.
And she still did that. I know she was going through things and she totally took responsibility for it. But people mad and I'm like, ooh.
And see, I respect her response to it because, like you said, she
do.
knew what she did.
The only thing I had a problem with was one of the other Olympic track team members.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that like they hate seeing how all these black people are like, fuck that, I'm not gonna watch the Olympics, blah blah blah. When there's a lot of other magical black people that are on these teams that have worked hard for 4 years and
that's because we jump out the window.
Do you know what she
everything.
said? She said, hey, you can't be mad at these people because they wanted to see some names that they just recently heard of. They don't know y'all. And I was like,
oh, she said that? I didn't hear that.
She did.
See,
I wanted to. That's the onshe thing I'm missing. All her ignorant post-race interviews. I wanted to see all that shit.
She didn't have any. She didn't have any.
She's a little
I know
bit
she didn't have any. I said I was waiting for them.
Look, she's like, they don't know y'all. Sorry, but they know me and they sad. So ain't nothing we can do about it.
So this is the thing. She got left off because she got jammed up on THC or something that was in marijuana.
She ate an edible, yeah.
Yeah, edibles or smoke, whatever. So she got jammed up. And they thought that maybe she can. They thought maybe she could be on the relays, and she's not on relays, so she's out of the Olympics. Period. I say myself, she dodged a bullet.
I also think that too.
There's going to be nobody watching because fucking Tokyo's a hotbed for Corona.
Right.
She doesn't have to go and worry about that. So in myself, it's like, hey, nigga, you dodged a bullet, you good. So that's one. That's the one thing. The second thing is, she ain't won nothing. What did she won? We saw her win a race that's been nullified because she was high.
The Olympic qualifier.
Look, and let me tell you, weed does not increase your running speed.
No,
I can't even run
no.
high.
It don't matter. That race was a qualifying race for the Olympics. A qualifying race for the Olympics. It was nullified because she had whatever in the system.
I mean, it was super fast. I think she beat a record.
She did
fastest
not.
woman
she
in
did
America.
Not. She did not.
No, it was like
she probably could have if she wasn't
it was
pointing.
Like the sixth fastest.
If she wasn't pointing this shit, yeah. But she hasn't won. She ain't win no international competitions. I'm sorry.
She has not.
I'm sorry. I take it back. She didn't win one international competition that I can't remember what it was. It was like 3 years ago. But she's won no international competitions. She's won the collegiate shit, but no international shit. At this point, she's the hottest shit in the streets.
I mean, but she's like she is one of the top five or six fastest.
I'm not saying that about nothing. Okay, she won times or whatever. All I said is international competitions, she's won none.
Right.
That won maybe 3 years ago. She's done nothing. She's won collegiate shit. She's fast. Her time is fast. All that. Mm-hmm. At this point, you the hottest nigga in the streets. Work that. Mm-hmm. The Olympics is coming in another 4 years. Before that comes, you got all kind of competitions in between before the next Olympics.
3 years because they got to reset it.
When you 3 years, you are correct. You got jammed up, and Nike still didn't drop you.
Right.
Matter of fact, they was behind you.
You still got sponsorship, and you the hottest nigga in the streets.
Milk it.
Get paid, move on.
Mm-hmm.
See, my only issue is the black response.
Here we go.
So for me,
Let's go.
It's the ignorance.
it's exactly because these are the rules. The International Olympic Committee, the
Right.
IOC, which is not governed by America,
Right.
Right.
has put these things in place. Yes, I understand that your state has allowed you to smoke and or use THC. That's cool, but that is not governed by the IOC. And when you become a track athlete, especially when you want to compete internationally, you are governed by the rules of the IOC.
Got you. Yeah, no doubt.
That is the issue. It's not an American thing. It's not a black-white thing.
No.
It is the International Olympic Committee's guidelines. She knew them.
They tried to make it a black-white thing.
And that's our response, which I have a problem with. Because everything is not always black and white.
I agree with
Thank you very much.
Yes,
When
sir.
she read what she signed, her contract to become a professional track athlete, it was in black and white that she could not take marijuana, THC, or anything like that. So she is at fault.
Right.
And I respect the fact that she just digressed and said, hey,
She did, yeah.
it's me. But the response of every
No,
other
she didn't
athlete.
digress. She said she fucked up.
Yeah, no, she did.
Yeah,
and she
right,
owned
right,
it, but she fell back. But everybody else came to the defense like, no, they should let her run and
Then she
everything.
let her run. Yeah, that was bullshit.
And not thinking about the rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it was a clear violation. It wasn't because she's black.
it was super clear.
It was not because they didn't want to see any black women win. Black women are killing track and field, period, around the world. So it was not a
with that
concerted
said,
effort to stop her.
Jamaica's probably going to win.
Jamaica is probably
And they're
a
black.
heavy
They're black.
favorite to win now.
They're heavily melanated.
Very much so. So
Yeah.
it's not a black-white thing. It is a rules thing. And for our response as African Americans to rules, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, no
Especially as a newly minted educator. Rules and guidelines are for us to have a semblance of direction. That's it. They're just the lines in the road. There's a reason why we don't ride down the middle of the white lines in the road.
Do you know how hard it is to work or live in chaos?
Absolutely.
That doesn't work.
Absolutely.
You need
Everything isn't a boycottable offense.
Correct.
I agree.
Niggas want to go every time they want to put up stuff and like, and everything is not racial.
Correct.
They want to
Right.
make when you start screaming racist, when the real racist shit happen,
Nobody's
niggas is
listening.
not going to listen to you.
Say that,
Exactly.
Seuss. Say that, Seuss.
I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think they made it a racial thing. I think they made it a fair and unjust thing, as far as weed is concerned. I don't think this itself was a racial thing.
They made it
just an
racial
unjust
when they
thing.
said all black people should
Boycott.
boycott the Olympics.
Olympics.
Like the world give a damn about what you black people feel about them.
Okay,
and it's the American black people, not the world black. It's
Right.
the American black should we boycott? No.
Right.
And in that
Because
aspect,
the other-
I think that
The
I
other
think,
black people showing up.
I think that is
They
ridiculous.
said we got runners too.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and
Jamaica?
I think that's
Yes.
ridiculous.
God.
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
They got some fast motherfuckers in Cameroon.
Because the world is glad she's not racist. They like, all right, that's one less piece we got to worry.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But I'm saying she ain't did nothing yet.
Right.
Say you already niggas has not dropped you. You still out here.
That's
you
a
the
blessing.
hottest thing in these streets. Get this bag,
Capitalize.
win these races, and then see what's up in the next Olympics when the Olympics come. Because as you said, and as I say, you young, you young.
Right.
Get this shit. What I don't want to see her is what's the nigga name that Reebok did? Dan and
Dan and Dan, the two brothers.
Dave and Dan. Was it Dan and Dave or something?
Dan and Dave.
They was supposed to be the hottest niggas.
Yeah, the triathletes. Or
They was
something.
supposed to be the hottest niggas
cathletes.
coming in the Olympics.
Yeah. And it didn't happen.
And they did nothing. They did not live up to it.
That reminds me of the puppets.
So at this point, she has no races. At this point, cool,
Right.
but you still the hottest thing in these streets, as far as track and field goes, as far as America, as far as anywhere. You the hottest thing in these streets.
capitalize on it.
Capitalize on
Yes.
that. Get these bags. Get your training up,
Exactly.
and get
come
ready
back
and get ready
blow
for these races.
everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Get that
Everybody's
raw
ass when you come back.
Get
that
When
raw
she come
paper
back,
sponsorship.
She should be beating everybody by 5
Everybody.
yards or better.
You gotta
Yes.
get you at this point. At this point, you cannot lose.
Ever.
The pressure on her is so heavy.
Right.
She
Say that,
cannot.
Price.
She cannot lose.
You're right. She cannot lose a race.
She cannot
She got to go undefeated all the way through
Ever.
the Olympics
forever.
until she wins on the
Forever.
international stage. Yeah, you're right.
And coming up after the Olympics, there'll be international races and when
World
100
championships.
And when these 100 meters come up,
She need to smoke everybody.
Yep.
she better not ever lose.
Did y'all see the white woman journalist
I don't watch white people.
that said, like, look at her nails and her hair? I don't know if y'all know.
Oh,
but
you talking about? I know you talking about.
I think her name is
yeah.
Nikki
I ain't
Haley.
peeped that. I ain't peeped that.
Yeah.
Where she said, like, long nails and hair is a sign of steroid use.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Just like FloJo,
I saw
who
that.
was a
Yeah.
known drug user.
They
saw
always
that.
try
And
to
I
do
was
that.
like, that
I
bitch.
saw that. That bitch is stupid.
They
Bitch,
always
that
try
ain't
to
even
do
her
that.
hair.
Yeah.
Like, bitch,
That's a weed.
Right.
you bitch.
Bitch, that's weed.
Like that ain't even her hair. It's just a weed.
Or nails, bitch.
Sit
And,
your
and it ain't
stupid
even
ass
good
down.
weave. It's bad weave.
Exactly.
Ain't her hair or her nail.
Or lashes. Or eye color.
But yeah, we not doing this with FloJo. We're not doing this with FloJo. We're not doing this with Jackie Joyner Kersey or Gail Devers. Gail Devers, Jackie Joyner, FloJo.
Don't tell us
All
nothing.
before this happened. They were all fantastic.
They was on that track fly as shit.
Yes.
What was the white dude on the bikes that got caught doping?
Oh, Lance Armstrong.
Lance
Armstrong.
Armstrong. His nails weren't long, were
They
they?
weren't.
His hair wasn't long. And
His
we
hair
know,
wasn't long either.
His hair
And
was
we
long.
know he was doping.
Doping. I be doping. That's what I be
Speaking
doing.
of white journalists, yo, Dukes, do you think they should have pulled Rate you from the sideline?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Nope.
No,
Don't go, Anthony.
no, I don't, because I don't really.
Don't go Eric Benet.
Me
Go.
either.
Nigga, never go Eric
never
Benet.
go
Right.
Eric Benet.
You'll get canceled too.
No, honestly, I just don't. I didn't have. I had there's certain elements of what she said I had a problem with,
I didn't have a problem with nothing she said, but keep going. But go ahead, go.
but her
wanna
overall
know. I wanna know
sentiment
that.
I didn't have a problem with. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, she was contractually obligated to be on last year's finals. That was
Right.
in her contract. If it's in my contract and then they tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Dukes, I know we got you down to do the finals. I know it's amazing, right? Yeah. But we're going to bring Will Walker in here to do it, all right? Why don't you just do
But
the
did they give
sideline?
you
No,
the
he brought
money
another
anyway?
black man. What if they gave the white man your job?
Okay.
Wait a minute,
No,
that's
no,
totally
no, no, no,
different.
no, no. It's
Trying to
not.
sound
No,
white.
no.
You
It's
gotta be
it's
black.
beyond race for me. See,
Uh-huh.
it
No.
really
But
just boils down to I earned this. It's in my contract, and now you're
That's
saying
what's-
I'm bringing someone else in. The element of race, I don't believe. Even though it was spoken about in the commentary, but I don't believe Rachel honestly was making it about race.
She didn't make it about
remember,
race.
it
No,
was
no,
a
she
year
didn't.
ago.
She didn't have to.
It was a year ago,
She didn't
and
have to
she
make
was
it about
talking
race.
about the time and the timing, and it wasn't really her. It was LeBron's handler, his
Yes.
spokesperson,
Yes.
who spoke more
About Black Lives Matter
Right.
and Me Too.
right.
Yeah.
And he actually turned the page and the light on
Because
to race.
because he was a white male.
Correct.
And at that time, white males were feeling so
You know, they
apologetic.
They're
they
doing
said
us
very
they're
wrong.
apologetic.
They're the
then.
new not. They're the new minorities now.
Yeah.
Now they can't get nothing. They,
Well,
everything's
that
been taken
doesn't
away
make
from
sense
them.
mathematically.
I think he tried to hype it up.
Right.
He tried to hype it up for his narrative, being a white male.
And being apologetic.
Yeah, but I think the network still made it about race, in which they shouldn't have. But he tried to involve himself. It had nothing to do with you, white man.
Say that point, because it's not Rachel, it's not Maria, it's not him. It's the network.
It was a network.
The network
That
And
made
that's
it
what-
about
and
race.
He tried to involve white man, white man, white man, white man, white man, white man, white man. He tried to involve
The
Oh,
mad
wait.
dog
White
kicking
boy.
in.
Yo,
Wait,
yo,
hold on.
dude.
What's that?
Yes,
Deuce?
sir.
I said her exact words, her response to that was that because the network has a problem with diversity.
Correct.
That was her
Right.
words. She
Right.
said y'all have a problem with diversity. Y'all
Right.
messed up. She was like, because remember, Rachel been there for 20 years.
That's
or
a fact.
so she was like, yo, y'all have it. Y'all after the Joy Floyd thing and everybody started talking about y'all have a problem with hiring not only females, hello?
Yes, we're here.
Here.
Okay. Yeah, not only females, but minorities and everything else. She was like, I wish her the best, but don't give her my job.
Right. Because it was in her
nothing racial
contract.
about that.
Right. It was literally it was written in black and white.
As a white, they're gonna have to give something up.
Well,
And because-
last year, a lot of white people had to give
and I
something
got a
up.
problem with you people taping people's private conversations too and putting them out there. Like,
Well,
Well,
it wasn't tape. She was talking like over open mic,
was
like
on a
we're
hot
doing right now,
in her hotel room. Yeah.
and they picked it up like. From what I understand, because I talked to someone who is a former ESPN employee in one of my sports rooms, and he was saying that, right? But he was saying that a lot of people have access to that audio, and it's a company-wide issue as to who actually leaked it.
Right.
Somebody was listening, heard it, and said, "Oh, let me
Let me
timestamp
save that."
this,
Yeah.
because this is gonna be
And
major."
she goes, I want her to succeed. I
Yes, she
want
did
her to
say
have
that.
a job.
Yes,
I just don't want her to have my job.
correct.
Right.
Which is something
ain't mad
I
at
would
that.
say at the water
I ain't mad at
cooler
that.
any day.
All day.
Right.
I hate many of my coworkers.
That's a fact. I trained
So
that
that's not-
motherfucker
that's not a
everything. He
racial
can't have
thing.
my job.
Yeah, you ain't giving him my job. That's
fuck
not a
outta
racial
here.
thing.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree with you.
But
Sus.
and then he started calling your man Steve and Uncle Tom's because they was backing her. Nigga.
Who was the guy that we watched?
That was Steven Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, Steven Jackson. He was
Steven
like,
Jackson.
They called him Uncle Tom because
Look,
he was like he agreed with what she said.
No.
if he would have stopped after his first recording,
Uh-huh.
then it would have been fine.
I didn't
Because
peep
he
that
was
one.
like, "Hey, I stand behind her. I don't think she's
Right.
racist. The problem is ESPN." But then in his subsequent videos, he went, "Y'all niggas ain't shit.
He
You're
started-
sitting around living on your mom's couch.
He started going
Get off
in.
your mom's
he started
couch.
going in on Steven Jackson
Y'all
and all
ain't
kinds of
shit.
shit.
Get a
No, she's
job.
talking about what
He
Steven
started
Jackson
going
I
on
ain't
said.
peeped that one. I ain't peeped that one.
Steven
Y'all
Steven
waiting
Jackson
for a
said that first.
handout.
Yeah, he was
I
talking
hate
about that.
y'all.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
He did have a small little temper tantrum.
Like first it was cool. Then
My nigga Stat.
he went out of control. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because the first one I was like, yup. The second one, the third one, the fourth one,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I mean, ESPN
Niggas ain't
does.
shit.
ESPN definitely does have a diversity issue. Unless you're a former athlete, you're not going to be on ESPN. Think about it.
Well, except Stuart Scott, he
Gotta be
changed the
Shaq.
game, and they
But he's gone.
and they took his whole shit and ran with it.
And they stole his
They
style.
took his whole shit and ran with it.
They literally Aaron Hall'd him.
Yeah,
They literally did.
They did.
And
Actually,
every
they ain't Aaron
black
Hall, They R.
commentator.
Kelly them. Aaron Hall was first.
They
Oh, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
They got a nigga. They
No. Aaron Hall, the look, the style, the ball head, the singing.
Yes.
R.
Big
Kelly
Joe
said,
and R.
"That's
Kelly."
good stuff. I'm gonna
Yep.
take that."
They got a nigga
sure
that's
did.
on. They got a nigga that's on ESPN now. Whenever I hear him, I think it's Stuart Scott.
He's trying his hardest.
hardest.
But nothing is better than cooler than the other side of the
Nothing.
pillow.
They took
I
his
do
whole
like that
steez.
flip.
Yes, that was his. That was
They took his whole steez and ran with it.
Cool.
But unless you're a athlete, an African American athlete, that is your ticket to a seat on an ESPN stage. Every other person, think about everywhere else on ESPN. It's run by white guys.
And I feel like any corporation, you're at their mercy. Whatever they decide to do.
Absolutely.
Whether if they're going to be racist, whether they're going to be all diverse and take people's jobs. Like, when you work for a corporation, that's what the fuck they do.
Absolutely.
They do shady things. They do things that don't make any sense. They do take jobs from people and give them to other people.
All day long.
That's what corporations do.
Yep. And poor Maria Taylor, all she had to do was play,
And they're
college
reactive.
ball
They're
and-
not proactive. All these jobs
They're
is
and
reactive.
reactive.
right, and earn her
Because-
spot to talk about basketball. And Rachel, all she did, she just went to school for it. Little nepotism here and there. They say our mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer,
White woman.
one of the biggest interviewers. It's like her, Diane Sawyer, and what's the other lady that always has on ABC that has the specials?
Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters. Those are the only two names you think of.
Those
So
are
she's
biggest, like,
good.
female journalist, like
Maybe
ever.
all time, right?
Oprah might be in there. She really had a show.
Well, she had a. She
but
wasn't
she was
technically.
a journalist.
Yeah, initially,
Right.
yes.
Right.
But Rachel was gonna land on her feet. Maria got
She a
to
white
get it
woman.
through the mud.
She gonna be okay. And
I
was
seen.
saying
I
this-
remember when Maria, before she was getting a good check, and what her sew-ins used to look like.
Wait, whose mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer?
Rachel.
Rachel.
The white woman.
Rachel Nichols.
Michelle.
You
Rochelle.
You said that shit like a black person can't have a white mother-in-law or something.
No.
Just in your family.
Didn't I just tell you a story?
Look, there's
That
another.
one hit close to home. The will.
There's another example of
'Cause Diane
people
Sawyer is
speaking
kinda
from
fine, though. She kinda
experiences
fine.
and
Correct.
emotions.
Did this
Diane
man
Sawyer
just say
is fine,
Diane
though.
Sawyer is fine?
Diane Sawyer
Can we
is
put his mic on mute?
212.
Right.
She is
She
not
fine,
fine.
though. She fine.
No. She's a wrinkle monster.
You better find you an eye doctor
I don't know.
White women age like milk.
quickly.
Shit.
Shit, white women age like cheese. I don't know what you talking about.
That shit is
Same
green
thing.
when you go back in
White
the
woman
refrigerator
age-
to get it.
Age like that bread you had in your house.
Ooh.
Yeah, and milk. That's it. They
Sus got
don't
white women
age
in
like
the
wine.
fridge.
Seuss just
Yeah.
flew right
I'm
past
not
that
talking
shit.
crap about white women. White
Seuss,
women
why
are
you
fine.
ain't say shit about that? I just said white women ate like that bread you had in your house that I threw away.
Number one, I
That
didn't hear you.
That you cussed me out. That you cussed me out over throwing away and shit.
I didn't cuss anybody out. I said who threw my shit away.
It was the booty part of the
No.
bread. only.
I mean, we gonna wrap it up, but before that, I want to say you did not casually say that. You did cuss niggas out.
That nigga cussed niggas out.
Trust me, I heard.
You called me at 2 a.m. about some bread.
I called you about my bagels. I didn't call you about no bread.
You called me, which is bread. You called me about
No,
bread.
you did not take bagels
You called
from a New
you
Yorker.
called me about bagels.
Anybody in the tri-state.
You called
We're very
Yo, wait,
particular about our
you called me
bagels.
about
Mad
you called me about
bagel breakfast
bagels,
shops.
That's a
rolls, bread,
Even in New Jersey.
hamburger buns, and hot dog buns. You called me about all the bread that you had in your house.
All the carbs.
Hey, Dukes, look, there's this nigga. So he called. He hit Price up and cussed him out about his bread.
Yes,
throwing
you
all
better
this shit
cuss
away.
them out, Seuss.
About throwing this shit away. Now look,
Yes.
your moms was here, and I talked to your moms, and we was talking about throwing this shit away. So he called
know
Price.
what?
So he called Price about throwing this shit away, and Price hit me up and was just like, "Hey, I'm just giving you a heads up. The nigga gonna call you and cuss you out." He gonna call you and cuss you out about throwing this shit away. So
I wanna be like Seuss.
Hold up, Mola. So I conjured up a text. I'm like, "Hey man, let me go ahead and apologize to the nigga real quick. Hey man, look, hey, I'm sorry I threw your shit away. I sent the text message as quick as I could before this nigga cussed me out." So he was like, "Oh man, that's all good. It's all good."
Oh,
man.
so you got the remix. Price got the
Because
original.
I wasn't cussing nobody out. I wasn't upset. I
Nah,
don't get
nigga, you
upset
was
about
bad.
shit.
Seuss, I want to be just like you. I
That
want
nigga
people
Price
to be
told
scared.
Price told
So
me.
it's a form of respect.
Hey,
Okay,
Seuss,
I want people to have
look, but
conversations.
Price had told me he was
about
just like,
their
yo,
fear.
you know that nigga gonna be mad. He gonna cuss you out by throwing the shit away.
I wasn't mad.
He-
That's the problem. Y'all be thinking me.
But
I'm
yo,
just talking.
he told
Just
me
because he talk
That's
aggressively.
aggressive
Wait,
New
wait,
York
wait,
talk.
wait,
At
wait,
you.
wait. So,
Let them know that's aggressive New York talk.
So you know,
I understand it.
we about
I'm
to
here.
we gonna wrap it up.
Yo, wrap it up, B.
But before we do, I just want to say that I'm gonna scour my voicemails.
Uh-huh.
The hot take for this week's episode. It's gonna be so smoky.
You saying we was the shit on here today?
It's gonna be-
Me and Dukes.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
No. I'm talking about this nigga.
No, he
No,
wanna
Wi-
find the
this is
message
no.
that
This
I
would
left
actually be
for him.
Will.
the message that he left about his bread
Ooh.
is gonna be the hot take for this weekend.
You know,
And,
B
and
Price.
watch the calmness in my
Oh,
voice.
shit.
Look,
Watch
I
the
don't.
calmness in
There's
my
a
voice.
there's a difference in upstate or Yankee calmness and and our calmness, like
Gotcha.
Georgia, Florida, that kind of thing. It's different.
So she would have told me that about the bread. I wouldn't have thought you was saying nothing crazy. I'd have been like,
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Whatever,
Fuck that
nigga.
bread.
Wait till you hear that message though.
Hey, whatever.
Yo,
Where
Price,
you?
where can they find you, my nigga?
Yo, son, I'm out here. I'm back in these streets. I'm off vacation. Well, I got another day. I got one more. I got an extended vacation.
Yes.
So after that, you can find me in these streets. B Price 954 on all your what do you call it, social media things, or you can catch me on the Owner's Box. You catch me at the Owner's Box on Instagram, on Gmail, B Price 954 on Instagram or Gmail, or Facebook, or whatever.
Boom.
There it is.
Will Walker, where can they find you?
Hey, you know how I do. I'm hidden as always. Will_Walker_007 at Instagram, or you can catch me at the Owner's Box, and that's about it.
Boom.
You can find me
Dukes,
nowhere
where
else.
can they find you?
Oh man, I'm in these streets like the lines in the road. So, but you can catch me on Instagram at _Mr_Dukes, or you can catch me on Clubhouse Courtside with Dukes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Or you can catch me on the sidelines at Thompson High this coming season and in the classroom.
He back in the
Coming
country.
near you.
He back in
Coming
the
soon,
country.
baby.
Yes.
Thank y'all
Mo,
for
where can they-
letting me hang out again.
No doubt. With Mo, where can they find you?
They can check out my Instagram. It's Momo MOE 30344. That's East Point.
He's pernt.
And if anybody wants to check out my business, it's at
Yes.
Darnan Boutique and Upcycles. That's Darnan DARNNAN Boutique and Upcycles UPCYCLES. And check out some of my shit.
All right, no doubt.
You out here spelling like the 14-year-old who just won the championship.
Oh, we need to have it. Can
Well,
we
call
talk
me a
about her? She's
champion
the
then.
GOAT.
Well, call me a champion then.
She is the
I'm
GOAT.
articulate. I'm
She's spelling
smart.
like Seuss.
Yes.
What about
I'm
you, Seuss?
beautiful.
Seuss, what city you in?
Seuss,
where you
where you
gonna
at?
be? What? Tell us where you at.
I'm outside, but you can find me at Seuss to Connect. That's SUICEDACONNECT on Instagram. You can find the same thing on Facebook. On Twitter, I'm SUICE. And you can find me at the Owner's Box _podcast. Click the link tree will tell you everywhere where you can find us. And you can find me right here every Thursday.
My
at noon.
guy.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Seuss out there doing famous shit.
Yo, Seuss, I'm back, baby. Can't wait to see you, bro. In the
No
in the
doubt, I'll be
flesh. We'll
back
see
in
you,
town.
bro.
I'll be back in town Monday. I'll holler at you.
My
Oh,
man.
wait a minute. You in the hotel?
Yeah.
So you got the bitches in there?
Nah, well, I'm actually
give 'em no
Captain
Quaaludes.
America's on TV on mute, nigga. I'm sitting here chilling.
Oh, you in the room with Captain America?
Make sure you watch that Black
Captain
Widow,
America's
bro.
on TV, nigga.
Word up. That nigga in the room with Captain America. That's what's up, guy.
Yo, and for the record, D
Mary J.
Price,
Blige in
what
the
you-
room with him.
Oh Lord.
There you go.
There
We
you
gonna
go.
cut all that out.
Oh Lord.
Yo,
No, not at all.
that.
We didn't even get
Yo,
into that
D
guy
Price,
that
I
said
listened to
Mary
that
J.
Tyler
Blige
Creator
sexually
album. It's
assaulted
freaking
him.
awesome.
Huh?
I listened to that Tyler Creator album. It's awesome.
Whoa!
Hey.
Wait! Hold on.
That's unexpected. Was it Igor?
Right now, in rotation
No.
is Tyler Creator
The next
and
one.
Styles P's new album. Both of those is in rotation.
I gotta
Oh,
listen.
right.
I gotta give a special shout
Hey.
out. My man Styley dropped a new album this week.
Yeah,
I'm definitely-
Styles.
Oh, Styley.
Snow Allegra.
Styley.
Not Style.
I'm not
Styley.
talking about Styley. I'm talking about
I know.
Styles P.
We heard you.
Nobody said
I'm
who you
giving-
talking about.
I'm giving a special shout out to my man Styley who just dropped this week.
Indeed.
Oh, word?
Oh, okay.
He
Indeed.
don't MMG no more?
No, he's independent. He been independent the last 6
I fucks
years.
with Styley. I fucks with Styley.
That's my man.
Hey, Seuss.
I have
Hey,
no
Seuss,
idea who y'all talking
I
about.
did. I did
Cleveland,
listen to,
Bullhead, Beard.
I listened to
That's all of them.
Tyler the Creator, and I did listen to Styles P. They both dope.
That's what's up.
That's in rotation, and so is Snow Allegra. Those 3 joints right now is in rotation.
I'm with it.
I did listen to that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check out
All right,
Styley.
y'all.
I'm gonna
See
check
y'all
out
next
Styley because
week.
I fucks with Styley. I'm
My
gonna
man.
I'm gonna check that joint out too.
All right.
All right.
All right. One.
Yo.
Yo,
That
what
was
kind of
the-
outro was
That
that?
was the horrible outro. What the fuck?
That's how you hang up the phone,
that was
Seuss,
a
when we
New
on the
York outro.
that's literally how I
One.
hang up the phone when I talk to people. Like what?
One. One
Seuss
love,
hung up?
one
Did he
love,
hang up?
One love.
He hung
Hang
up.
up. Fuck that nigga, yo.
One love,
Overtime,
one
overtime.
love.
Hold
Y'all
on.
New
love.
York niggas, boy. Y'all New York
Hold on.
niggas.
We
Hey,
still
you
we still
can't lump
here.
us all together.
We still here. My nigga Will Walker's gonna take us out.
Oh, I am?
Let us pray.
Amen.
I come to you hungry and tired.
Sound like Deuce taking us out. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
All right, man. That concludes an episode of The Owner's Box. All right, y'all.
You.
Peace.
This is the greatest outro you've ever heard.
Deuce, take us out.
Thank you guys for joining us again here at the Onus Box. Please tune in on all platforms that you listen to for your podcast flavors. Check us out on Instagram and make sure you follow all those who participated in the discussion today. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. We out.
That sounds so dope. I
Say
quit.
One. Maybe cost $15. And then the